there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I review books and bookish things. Um, if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. And today, we're talking about bookish things. Um, Coming up in April, just a couple days from now, is Camp NaNoWriMo, where you work on your writing projects. And my goal for April is to continue the story that I got through my zero draft in back in November and to hit 100,000 words on it. It's still just over 50,000. I did some beta reading, so let's get into it. The novel I'm working on is Super. I wanted a spring release, but it might be a summer release because I just needed a break from it after writing 50,000 words in 30 days. And so, yeah, I'm excited to get to work on it again. And there's backstory that I need to put in, and there's fleshing out side characters and things like that. Like, I've got some not filler chapters, but like establishing chapters to put in. And I've got this whole spreadsheet um, of my word counts and to keep me on goal and all that good stuff. To keep me on goal, I don't have a planner for it like I did for NaNoWriMo. I'm just going to be reading, and anytime something pops into my head that I'm like, oh yeah, this is the backstory, I'm going to insert a chapter and put it in, because that's my biggest problem when it comes to writing is I kind of accuse the reader of mind reading a little bit and of being like, oh yeah, I know this, so they must know this. And it's like, no, they don't know this. So yeah, we'll get that going, and I'll be posting updates throughout the month of how I'm doing. Um, since I'm essentially looking to do another 50,000 words, my daily goal is still the 1,667 words, which is completely doable. I've got a couple double down days because I do Rover on the side as like a side hustle. So um, I'm not going to be taking my desktop with me to work on things. I might take a notebook and like plan things out, but like the other days of that week, I'm gonna double down to make up for the days I'm house sitting, and yeah, I'm excited to get going, and I'm excited to share this journey with all of y'all, and yeah, I'm. It's. Oh, I should probably tell you what my book is about. Um, like I said, it's called Super. It's kind of set in the not too distant future. Um, Superheroes are still underground. There's a lot of fear um, that there's government testing or like vivisection could take place because there's talk in the underground community that, well, some of them just go missing, and I want to flesh that aspect of the story out because I just barely touched on it in the first draft. Um, and um, Exploring the foster system, that I have a family essentially that takes in these superpowered teenagers because it happens around when you turn 13. Your powers manifest as part of puberty, and a lot of them get thrown out of their home because, well, if your kid's consumed by green fire, like, do you really want them in your house if they throw a teenage hissy fit and the house burns down? Like, do you really want that sticking around? And some of them don't, and some of them don't get kicked out because some of them have more telepathic communication styles and like different things like that, and kind of a kind of a low budget Professor Xavier's Home for Extraordinary Youth kind of deal, but not quite, because it's not a school. They still go to public school. They just give them the tools to deal with this. And meanwhile, while all this is going on, sorry, my cat is like right here being bad. because he wants attention, and I'm filming, and I'm batch filming today, so he's like trying to be bad. He'll probably jump on my desk here in a minute. Anyway, so they give them the tools to deal with this, and one of the tools they give them is everyone who has these super abilities hears the voice. It's this, I like to think of it as the embodiment, well, the disembodiment actually, of all of your intrusive thoughts and the negative self-talk. And here he is. Hi, pussycat. This is Malcolm. You've seen him several times on the channel. But it's essentially the voice that tells you when you're cooking, hey, put your hand on the burner. See what would happen. Would it actually hurt? Like that kind of a voice. Sorry, he's being impossible. Come here, pussycat. Okay. So now that I have a cat on my shoulder, let's continue. So it's that voice that kind of tells you to do all the things that you know you shouldn't do, the things that would hurt you. And it's just, I love you too. It's my villain, it's my disembodied villain. Just kind of exploring that. It's been a lot of fun to write. This one's definitely darker than what I usually write, and my writing is usually pretty dark to begin with. So I'm enjoying this, and it's kind of playing with the idea that if you could do anything, what would you do? And like, so that's my NaNoWriMo journey for April, and yeah, come on, stick around. It'll be fun. So, are you doing Camp NaNoWriMo? Do you do NaNoWriMo in the fall? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!